So this is one amazing student. Leena, give us a brief summary of your incredible research.
So my study explores the role of social media in shaping agency, youth agency in specifics, and in generating action during crisis situations, with a specific look at my home country, Nepal, after the 2015 Gorkha earthquakes. And I really wanted to understand not only the role of social media during this difficult time, but also what it meant to be offline in a country where only 40% of the population has access to the internet. So I returned to Nepal on 2 occasions, April 2015, shortly after the earthquake, and then the next year in 2016, and collected over 50 narratives from some incredible youth who did amazing things, and they represented both offline and online communities. And I just recognized through my work the power of social media in shaping and harnessing collective agency during difficult times, not only in an organizing capacity, but also in terms of coping, and also how privileged it is to have access to the internet and how privilege exists in virtual communities themselves. And my intention for the study was actually a product from a lot of readings with my mentor, Dr. Musa Idris, who I credit so much to, where I found a lot of debate among scholars who argue that disaster management is often dominated by top-down relief efforts. So I really wanted to highlight the creative capacity of youth and talk about that instead of, in terms of their vulnerability.
So we all know research is not a straight line process, and challenges come into the process. You met a big one right initially in that you were originally thinking about a different project, and then disaster struck. That was one challenge. Walk us through the hardships you faced in your research.
Yeah. So I received notification of the Lumen Prize 3 days before the earthquake. And it was kind of a moment where, you've worked so hard on this application, your heart is set in a specific research topic. I actually found out that the research location where my community was severely affected. So it was a matter of thinking with and strategizing with my mentor, Dr. Musa Idris, and looking at what questions are better to ask and more purposeful at this time. And it takes a lot of, courage, and dealing with the tragedy as a human first, and then as a scholar. Those are two different things. And so it was a matter of finding first myself as a human, and then as a scholar, and then asking better questions, I think. Those were two main ingredients in really helping me get back on that path and keep going.
Good for you. Tell us about what you're going to do as a Gates Cambridge scholar, and specifically what you're going to do in graduate school at Cambridge University.
Yeah. So I'm super excited. I will be joining a cohort of over 90 scholars from all over the world who are so incredible. I'm so humbled to just be on that list. And we'll be all united under the common idea of improving the lives of others in our respective fields. And we're given the freedom to work on projects together as a cohort, as a community. I will specifically be studying modern South Asian studies, and I see that as a product of so much of my time at Elon in terms of crafting my lens as a researcher, and I'm sure a lot of you can identify with that in your individual projects, this idea that now you have this lens, you know what contributes to it, and you have faith in it. And that's a big part for me in terms of me doing further research in South Asia, especially looking further in the role of social media in South Asia. So I'll continue to be doing research, but I'll also be joining this incredible community, and I'm super excited.
Well, we're so proud of you. Leena spoke at the dedication of the School of Communications complex earlier this year and was talking about looking for colleges in the United States and typing into Google, "good communication schools, United States of America." And it led her right to Elon. So
I'm really thankful I put in those specific search terms. Otherwise, who knows?
I will forever be grateful to Google for bringing us Leena Dahal. Leena, congratulations to you. Well done.